Hello guys, today we are going to talk about writing the equation of a line in point slope form when we are given a point and a slope. First, we want to recall the point slope form. You should remember this when we talked about finding slope from an equation. The equation is y minus y1 is equal to m times x minus x1. We call this point slope form because it contains m, the slope, and it contains x1 and y1, which are the coordinates of the point. All right? So let's take a look at an example. It says write the equation in point slope form that passes through this point and has a slope of 3. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to label. So we remember that slope is the m. So that means that here we're going to replace this with 3. And then the x1 and y1 are going to come from the coordinate. So I'm going to replace the x1 and y1. So where it says y1, we're going to place that with 1. And then where it says x1, we're going to replace that with 2. And so then our equation would be y minus 1 is equal to 3 times x minus 2. And then that's it. We now have an equation that is in point slope form. It has a slope of 3 and it goes through the point 2, 1. Okay, let's take a look at the second example. Okay, we're going to do the same thing. We need to start by identifying what our pieces are. So we need to figure out what is our slope and then what are the coordinates, and then rewrite our equation. Okay, so this time we have a line that has a slope of 7 over 3. So we're going to put that as our m. So our m is going to be 7 over 3. So that's going to go in front of the parentheses. And then we have a coordinate. So this is our x value and this is our y value. So this is going to go for x1 and x2. Now we want to be careful because there's already a minus there, but we do need to add the minus or the negative that is here. So this is going to be y minus, and then our y coordinate is -2. So you are going to have a double negative. And then the same thing with the x. It's x minus, but then we want to plug in -3. And so normally we would be done, but because we have double signs, we can rewrite this. So those double negatives are going to turn into a plus. So that's going to be y plus 2 is equal to 7 over 3 times x. And again, we can change those double negatives to a plus 3. And so this would be our equation in point slope form. So we have a slope of 7 over 3, and it goes to the point -3, +2. Okay, let's try one more example. All right, so this time it says a line passes through 5, -4, and it has a slope of -6 over 5. So we need to plug in our m, our x1, and our y1, right? So we're gonna get rid of that. And then we'll get rid of all of this. All right, so then now we're going to plug those in. All right, so this is our x1 and y1, and then this is our m. So it's going to be y minus, and then again, that's a double negative, so -4. Our m is -6 over 5, and then our x is 5. And so this is the answer in point slope form, but again, when we see those double negatives, we need to rewrite. So this time we're only changing the sign with the y, so it's going to be y plus 4 is equal to -6 over 5 times x minus 5. And this one's going to stay a -5. And now we have an equation that is in point slope form. It has a slope of -6 over 5, and it goes to the point -5, 4. Super, super easy here today. All you're doing is identifying m, your coordinate, and you're just putting them in the right location. And that's it. You'll have an equation that is in point slope form.